here and see this.
Oh, I want to see. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, this is the best room in the house. With the windows, Ethan.
I know.
Yes.
These diamond windows are original. Somebody put a lot of care into this attic.
Ethan and Elizabeth Finkelstein had a great idea to put the cheap old houses they found across the country onto the internet, and their passion for aging properties has gone from Instagram to HGTV with the launch of a new show.
Ethan and Elizabeth Finkelstein join us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Larry. Hey, Robin.
What is drawing people to this?
You know, there's a housing crisis in this country. People can't afford houses. And I think a lot of people, especially the millennial generation on Instagram, feels very priced out of the housing market. And at the same time, we have these cities and towns all across America that are just teeming with beautiful historical architecture. And you just put those together and you just have old house magic.
So for the average person who sees this, you're going, did this start as you guys just road tripping and having an appreciation for old houses? Because you're not realtors and you don't rehab the houses yourselves, correct?
Right. So we started an Instagram feed, and we primarily have houses on this Instagram feed that are under $100,000. They are super amazing architectural gems. And these houses, you're kind of like, everyone knows a house that they kind of look at and they're like, that house, look at what's going on with that house. And then it's $42,000. I mean, we drove around all around Illinois and saw, you know, a schoolhouse that was $18,000, another schoolhouse that was $42,000.
Wow.
You know, and we met people who actually saved these houses, purchased these houses, and then restored them.
And I think we have a picture of one from Peoria.
Let's take a look at the Peoria one. Right now.
There
it is.
Is this it? Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah, so Peoria we have one episode devoted entirely to Peoria, Illinois, because I would say, I mean, Illinois as a state probably shows up more on our Instagram feed than any other state in the country. And Peoria, Illinois specifically seems to have an abundance of affordable and beautiful architecture. And we also met someone, Reagan, who restored her house in Peoria, Illinois, that she bought for under $150,000. And it's just a place that's been on our bucket list for so long. I mean, and as I said, Illinois as a state is just filled with beautiful historical architecture just waiting to kind of be restored.
So in this discussion, the idea of flipping houses may come up, and that may not be in your wheelhouse, but how have you managed that point? Because people saying, hey, I may not want to live here, but I could make a few bucks.
We are pretty much anti all flipping. We love people coming into these houses and restoring them themselves and being a part of the community and living in these houses themselves. And really being able to tell the house's story and character and what, you know, went on here. These are maybe not the most fancy houses in the world, but they are amazing and super detailed, and they're not sort of flipped, sort of drywall, boring houses. These are architectural gems.
And I think, I'm not sure if I missed it when I asked this earlier, Elizabeth. I know you're into historical preservation. So did you say, Ethan, I just want to drive around and look for old houses, or did you find them in your travels initially? Is that how this started?
I grew up in an old house, and Ethan grew up going to his grandmother's old house, and I think that we're both just old souls. And I have a master's degree in historic preservation and wanted to bring the celebration of old houses to everybody, because when I was 2 years old growing up in that house, I knew they were magical. And I don't feel that you need a master's degree in historic preservation to really understand the magic that these houses are. So our language on cheap old houses on our Instagram feed is purely celebratory. Everybody, you walk into that old house, you smell those smells, you hear those creaks, you feel that there is a real magic there, and everybody has an old house in their life that means something to them and that they can talk about, whether or not they know all the terminology. And that's what this show is all about, is a celebration of these homes and inspiring people to take a little bit of a risk and work on your house, slow restoration, and kind of do it at your own speed in a way that's best for the house.
And in the show, you guys kind of do a 3D renovation to show what it might look like if people put the money in?
This is what I love about the show. There's actually 3 reveals in each episode, and they're only half an hour. So it's really quick snippets, and you can see all of the restorations that could happen in these houses and get a lot of the vision of what's going on. And then, you know, the last house is someone who's actually restored this house. So they've taken it, and you can see their before and afters, and some of them are truly transformational.
So, but you guys are focusing on the 3D. You focus on the sexy stuff, what it's going to look like. There could be things there like sewage issues and pipes and foundation issues. What have you discovered about the cost over the cost of the house? How much people need to put into these?
Look, there's no denying that you're going to have to work on this house, but the people who follow us are looking for projects. They're looking for houses that they can work on. You do not need to make your house look like an Instagram feed year one. We are talking about living with your kitchen for a long time until you've saved up your money to be able to do it. And with a low closing cost, you can do that because you have excess funds left over to be able to work on it over the long haul.
Yeah, these are not $1 million houses where you're going to be in debt for 30 plus years. These are houses that you can get into affordably to start and then work on them over time.
Well, it's great. You can, Cheap Old Houses debuts on HGTV next Monday night, August 9th, 8 p.m. on HGTV and Discovery Plus. And they're still adding properties all the time on their Instagram account and website at Cheap Old Houses. There's the info on your screen. Nice to meet you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.